Cue the fire. First things first, I want to apologize for my hair. I saw 2 holes and I decided to put my finger in it. That'd be a light socket. Wait, that's 3 holes. That joke doesn't work. But in this video, I am going to show you that the banks, they're coming after your money. That stuff. And they're going to seize it. Also, I will be exposing the WEF. Oh, happy days here on the YouTubes. Where they say, oh, you said that word. Looks like you won't be in anyone's feed today, but that is okay because I come bearing the truth. And the truth will set you free. Kind of like, hey, Fed now. They're all ready. This is what it's going to look like. Send payments to Saul. Saul Taylor sent you $120 right on the Fed's balance sheet. This is going to work perfectly. So, and at some point there will be a panic and everyone's going to run to it. I know you'll be like, no, I'm not, until like, then you kind of have to. And then let me just show you, you'll own nothing, and you know the end of that, right? But I have a 4-step plan for you. And if you're short on time, I have a 3-step plan for you. Number 1, there will be crisis. You haven't seen crisis yet. First, step 1, well, actually, pre-step 1, oh, now there's too many steps. Tighten the monetary supply, okay? And then the things start to break. So you're going to have a crisis because they tighten the monetary supply. That was a tough word for me. Then you're going to have a recession, and then they're going to keep it tight, and then you're going to have a depression. But in the meantime, to solve this, you're going to have a crisis. I don't know what the crisis is yet. You're starting to see some of the dominoes fall, but you haven't seen anything yet. And then you will see panic, not at the disco. This is panic because you're like, I don't know what to do. Do I do the right thing or do I do the wrong thing? Remember, last 2 years, you had a choice. Right thing or wrong thing? Panic. Number 3, that was 2, panic. 3, close the banks. Probably be on a weekend. It'll be a holiday. That's usually how they pull this stunt. And it's usually right around Christmas time. And then they will offer you, ta-da, the solution that's been in the works for a while. And also, this isn't just breaking news because I've been breaking it for probably the last 24 months. I'm just trying to figure out how this whole chess game is played or being played out. I can see it's being played. I just can't be 100% accurate. I'm like, then they're going to do exactly this at this time. So my apologies if I do not get the timing right. But as this article says, well, the birth of the biostate. So, you know, you take health. Oh, we got a problem here. Just go away. Lock yourselves down. Just 2 weeks. And then you have other organizations that handle everything. I mean, did you ever think like Center for Disease Control would be handling whether you come out of your house or not, whether businesses survive or not, or the Second Amendment? Yep, they're pushing. It's crazy, right? See, it's supposed to be, the government's supposed to not have these kind of things. But we go outside that little pesky Constitution, and then you're like, well, I guess I got to follow the rules. And now you have track and trace apps. You got the UN, you got the Klaus Schwabs, you got everyone coming together right now, and they've all been talking about it, and I will share with you the videos. This was at the G20 meeting in Bali. And then we have what? Yep, passports, digital health ID. We have facial recognition. Oh, you want to travel? Well, you haven't been a good boy or a good girl because you were in a lot of debt. You're not allowed to be in a lot of debt. Oh, but we have the solution. We will clear out your debt. Everything will be fine. We got the Fed. They will handle it. Trust the Fed. Never fight the Fed. Remember that tattoo you got? Because, and it's not just you, it's everyone is up to here in debt. And I'll go into that in just a second. Banks too. Banks stuck with $42 billion of debt. Sees chance to offload it. I mean, everyone's in debt. Look, you're currently in debt $247,882 that you got to pay back because you got cool stuff. You got shiny things that the government thought it would be of your best interest that they buy it, not for you, but just for the good of the people. And oh my gosh, we have a breaking banner. Fed pal, you chilling there, pal? Says smaller interest rate hikes could, use the word could, start in December. It doesn't. That's fine, you guys. This is how it's going to play out, okay? I've showed you the charts. The Fed, okay, chills. the market goes up. They front run it. Wouldn't be surprised if I click over right now and saw a front running of the charts. They will go up, but then they will crash dramatically. But it really doesn't matter because that's the people with a whole lot of money, right? And those are the people, the elites that run this whole thing. They want to keep their money and they want to make more and they want to front run this. So they get everyone with intelligence, which did you subscribe? I mean, only 50% of you guys have subscribed. Maybe even it's less. I'm like, what the heck? What am I doing wrong? Click the button so you get to see me. 63% of Americans are living what? Paycheck to paycheck. You're broke. One paycheck away from like hitting the streets. People are suffering. They're going to continue to suffer. Doesn't matter what the Fed's going to do. It's all going to end in a big, fat dumpster fire that has this is fine written on it because that's what politicians will tell you. Even six-figure earners, you're making over $100,000 a year, you know, hey, kids, turn the lights off. We're barely making it. Oh, I wonder if the Fed is starting to rethink what they just have done, creating this tsunami. Yeah, it's time to rethink when you have housing demand vaporizes, gone. I'm sorry, I moved myself over so you can see that right there. Look at that. It's gone. The housing market is lower than we've ever seen, even during... Okay, now I got to move again. Sorry, let me, to right over here. Okay, but what I want you to do is I want you to look that way. Sorry, I can't do it. Help me, Obi-Wan. See this? This was when you couldn't even sell out. You weren't even allowed to move. you were all locked down. Thanks, politicians. Look at this. We're lower than that. And we're booming, right, Biden? Oh, and hey, look at the stock market. Oh, it was down. Now it's like... starting to pick up. Everyone's getting excited. Oh my gosh, let's front run this thing. And I've showed you before, the Fed's going to pivot. The market's going to go down by 17%, 36%, 48%, 30%, 15%, 58%, 51%. It's just almost every time. So don't get too excited. Also, here's your jobs. Look at that. Look at that sucker rollover. But bravo, how do we solve this? Well, you're going to have to solve it for yourself. That's why I always say the only solution I have, sell junk. I don't care. It can be anything on the screen. Pick something. Maybe don't bake things. That would be dumb. Also, stop spending all your time up there. See that? Thursday night football, 29-20 in 6 seconds. Like, sell this stuff. But I mean, don't do things that are too complicated. I don't know. Like, this looks, I don't even know what this is. This is this would be good for me. A condenser mic when I go mobile. How much you making there, buddy? On your, you're making $257,000 a month on that one. $205,000 on that one. $287,000 a month on that one, but that's actually kind of difficult. Do something stupid. Stock market, look, you could just, a mouse pad. How much does that cost you? 50 cents? How much you make in a month? No, I mean, it's not life change. $1,000 a month. There's a lot you could do with the $1,000. Probably pocket maybe 600 after you pay for expenses. Also, I've never done this in my entire life. I'm going to give away, today's it. You'll never see this again. Sorry if you happen to be waiting for it. People were emailing me like, we thought your Cyber Monday would have been your Amazon course. Nope, sorry, forgot. Today only $100 for my Amazon course. You will never, ever, never see that. Okay, so there you go. That is the greatest deal I've ever given my entire life. It's right now. Grab it down below. You'll never see that again, to protect yourself against people like this, politicians. And, okay, so big picture, panic, all that, people run, CBD, get your money. Where do we put our money? Probably a good option would be gold, silver, land, something that's real. I'm like trying to find something real on my desk that I could, grape soda. But you need to have real stuff, not currency, because all currencies get wiped out. Now, I'm not saying go run and do this right now. I don't know when it is. I'm just giving you the setup, and everyone is in on it. Well, except for you and I, but we figured it out. So we share the video on how this all goes down. People like this. Remember a former White House disinformation. Did you see what she registers as? Yeah. Oh, also, if you dig a little deeper in people like this, Nina, guess what campaign she worked on in 2019? Oh, do you see connections? So yeah, kids, when they pull this rug, I'm just trying to get you prepared. You're like, okay, I'm getting ready. I got my gold, got my silver, got my land, got more land, even though you probably should wait on the land part. the housing market. See, that's what's tough. It's like, when to buy.
Today, I'm proud to say that under the UK's presidency, the group of the world's 7 most advanced economies, the G7, is launching a set of public policy principles for retail central bank digital currencies, CBDCs.
Yay, retail. See, guys, it's and for people that are like, this is so tinfoil hat. No, they've done it. They're launching it. They're using it. It's across China, the facial recognition, the everything. It's all already done out using. And all of this is programmed. It can tell you what to do, when to do, how to do, probably not who to do. But listen, here.
We think CBDC can improve financial inclusion is through what we call programmability. That is, CBDC can allow government agencies and private sector players to program, to create smart contract, to allow targeted policy functions. For example, welfare payment. For example, consumption coupon. For example, food stamp.
Yeah, people are going to be running for it. Oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. Oh, and just in case you want to see how digital currencies and digital banks and IDs are working in China,
if you go to China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately detect that and send you a notification, and they would deduct money from your what they call WeChat account. They use 2 main apps, WeChat and Alipay. So you can actually deduct your money directly from your account. This is 4 years ago, so this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced. They can detect if it's a man or a woman. They can guess your age. They can detect what kind of car model it is, who the manufacturer is. This is a sort of technology that we see in all these dystopian sort of films and whatever, and people keep putting it off and thinking that this is something that's going to happen later in my kid's lifetime or my grandkids. It's already here. And if this gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. You're going to be asking if you ate 3 pizzas this week because it's unhealthy. If you buy certain books in certain countries, your country doesn't like you. You'll lose points in the social credit score system. So this is already the reality of the world in certain places, and we need to be aware of that if we don't want that or if we do. It's total control. Everything you do or don't do will be calculated to the point where if they can detect your GPS signal, if you have a phone on you, they can detect who you're hanging out with. Oh, you're hanging out with somebody that said something bad 9 years ago on Weibo, okay, like a Chinese equivalent to Facebook or something like that, right? Oh, you lose 2 points. Oh, you bought Japanese books, you lose 5 points because you don't like Japan. This is what is going to come here because it's already there.
And it all seems so right at first, like in China. Look, from this article, they are putting digital handcuffs on us. Yep. So there you go. You want to fight back? You want to protest? Oh no. They will scan you and slam you. So I mean, it's only you could protest, hold up white sheets of paper, but they've allowed it. Well, one, it's communism, but they've allowed it to just entrench, and that's what we're trying to avoid. But I just think the people here in America are going to roll over and go, we got to do what's right. Like maybe liking the video, because I work for you every single day trying to figure all of this out to save your esophaguses. But your next moves should be, again, things that are real, okay? Not things that are in the bank. And I'm not telling you go pull all your money out of the bank. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm telling you, you need to probably start making a lot of money right now and buy assets. Because if I have a bar of gold and they reset or they depeg or they say, you know what, no more for the dollar, which I could show you in the charts, and this isn't necessarily breaking news of the charts, this is your money right here. Well, this is actually the British pound. Hey, you still made it. You guys are still cooking. Zero, worth nothing. Same thing with the dollar. That is how currencies always play out. They're great from 2,500 to zero. The dollar purchasing power, same exact thing, time and time again. Oh, hey, look, the evolution of America's currency. See how it changes over time? It's like write it on paper. We go from paper. People will tell you, oh, okay, we have gold now. We got to collect the gold because the paper didn't work, but the people believe in gold because it's limited, and they have currencies that die. All currencies, every single one of them, goes to zero. Look at these, pretty. I could just scroll through here all day long. United States, $1. They'll back it by gold, then they'll stop backing it by gold. Notice how they use the word gold on there. We'll keep on moving forward. A 1 cent, very nice. Actually, the use of metals, right? Well, it's real copper, so it's worth. And then it's not. Same thing with like nickel or dimes, silver dollars. The United States of America, 100, which you could actually take these back into the bank and say, hey, you know what? I would like to redeem my my $100 for gold, or my $20 gold coin. Must be nice. And then we had executive orders like that where government said, nope, give us all your money. So if you think they haven't done it before, they've done it before. They said, turn it all in. And then well, this was gold. They said, turn all your gold in, which I think that would be a tough one nowadays. They're like, well, this is currently backed by lead, so good luck with that, sir. And all of these things. Oh, lead. Oh, that guy actually died of lead poisoning. Wonder what he was trying to change. Oh, could it have been this stuff? Yep, I think so. Let's see. There was one I was let's see. I want to find the one that I am looking for, and I found it. 10,000. Woo! That's some money, honey. Redeemable in gold on demand. 1928. Wouldn't that be great? You take this and you're like, give me my gold. It's backed. It's not backed by anything now. So please be careful. All currencies have all went to zero. So it's time to learn about this. If you haven't, trade it if you've gone past that part, and get ready to buy assets. Just make sure you start a business first to make money, and then you can use that money to buy assets, right? Because you're not going to be able to do it just working a job. So take advantage of the Amazon. Even it's hard, just FYI. Woo! It's also outdated, kind of-ish. It's still the same principle. I could do a course on how to buy gold. It's still, you're buying gold. I just want you to know, like my bear market course, my other courses, those are easy, okay? Starting a company, selling little Jimmy bobbleheads, and he says what? Booyah! Saying things like booyah. This is more difficult. But thank you guys. I love all of you. Stay free, and I will see you tomorrow because I work every single day of my life trying to help you from these people.